When last we left off, the party was continuing their long trek to the northwest and spotted some very large danger across a snowy valley in the form of a couple of frost giants.
Sorry, Ren, I just want to clarify. We can actually see them, or we're just moving into the area?
Oh, you can see them. It's a nice sunny day, good visibility, and you can see them, and they can see you.
Do they appear to be hostile?
Yep, you can see that they're picking at the cliff face at their feet, pulling up giant rocks, preparing to hurl them your way. So everybody can roll initiative.
That was fast.
Already?
Yeah, we're going to start you off with some combat, something different this week.
Yeah, I don't know how we'll react to that. It's new. I will move, and then I will shoot the dude in the front.
Okay.
Holy crap. What are those?
Norwegians, the worst kind of enemy.
It went twice, and I crit failed on the first one, so let me know what happens.
Yeah, I was just checking the range on your bow. You're within range, no problem. The first one misses, and the second one hits. So it doesn't take the Colossus damage, right? Because it hasn't been injured yet?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'm done.
All right, Keitira?
That was rather unexpected. So if I drop it right there, I get both of them in the fireball.
Yep.
All right, so how many am I actually going to drop? All right. I'm going to use 3 charges. Okay, and did it in D&D Beyond, which came to 10d6 equals 23. I rolled pretty crappy.
All right, they both fail and take 23 fire damage.
Well, I've softened them up. Finish them off.
They don't look that soft to me.
Well, it's all comparative, isn't it?
All right, Tempus?
Well, now I was planning on a single move action and some shenanigans to try and get them to focus on me, but given that you guys have opened up with fireballs and arrows, I don't think that like a pantsless war dance is going to command much attention here. So action and move action, 80 feet to charge them, bonus action rage. That's my turn.
I think the stats on their movement is incorrect. 1 second. Yeah, that's what I thought. Their speed is 40 feet, not 30.
Stop!
This guy's going to return fire at disadvantage with a giant rock. 12 misses, Keitira?
Yes, it does.
All right. So not by much, but yeah, you see this huge boulder come flying through the air at you and narrowly misses you as it thuds into the snow. And another one comes flying in. That one hits, though. KHR, you take 39 bludgeoning as this enormous rock flies into you.
You have a way with just making friends, Katira.
I'm bloodied. I don't need your insults after doing that what I could for the group.
All right, Rhodes.
I'm thinking here. My gut instinct is to run up and heal him, but then that puts us both in the range to get hit at the same time. I think I'm going to move along, like just move in a straight line towards the bottom here, just to put distance between everybody because they are throwing stuff. And then I'm also going to shout a healing word for K-Tiara.
Okay.
Oh my god, my rolls are going to be crap tonight, I see.
Still 4 is better than sweet FA. Thank you very much.
And then because I'm not doing an action, can I continue moving forward?
Yes, you can use your action to double move.
Okay, so I will move another 30 feet here, and that will be my turn.
All right, Ysmyr?
Okay. Everyone's spread out. I'm assuming Tempus really wants to be able to get close and hit these guys.
Yes, please.
Then I won't do option A of what I was thinking. I'm going to, since they're aiming at us, leave the cart for now and run here. Sorry, my screen just went really wonky. And I think I'll start with a Eldritch Blast to this front guy.
Okay. So the 21 hits, and the 9 does not.
Okay. And then I think, I have to be within 30 feet. Then for now, that's going to be it.
All right, we're back to the top of the order with Yaereene.
The front one is the one I shot before, right?
Yes,
Well, I think I should continue the trend.
that's a hit, and that's also a hit.
But less 5 damage.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to move and hide behind a tree.
Okay.
And I'm done.
All right, KTR.
All right, so it's me. And first off, let's check some distance. That's what, 70 feet?
Yep.
Okay, I moved there. That's 15 of my 35. 30. I drop a bardic inspiration on Tempus.
Thank you.
While I'm there, all right. Okay, see where that's 95 feet there.
Yep.
Going to drop another fireball at 2. Okay, at 2. So that would be the equivalent of a level 4, right?
Yep.
So that's 23 damage and a DC 15 on the two of them.
Oops, I did a con save by accident there. But still rolled a 17 on the die, so that's a pass if it was a dex save. And the other one fails miserably.
Okay, and I still have 15 movement left. I'm going to dodge behind the tree so at least one of them doesn't see me.
Okay. All right, Tempus.
Tempus has to expend another rage. Dum 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 dum. He's going to charge this giant here. Dum 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 dum. Reckless attacks are the order of the day. Dum 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 dum.
Love the song.
Why, thank you.
I'm kind of feeling inspired by the tune.
Didn't know our party had 2 bards.
I'm a regular
Indeed.
barbarian.
Both of those attacks hit. I still need another 15 damage on that.
And that's it for me.
Hey, Rhodes, a 16 misses, right?
Absolutely, it does.
All right. A giant boulder goes thudding into the snow right beside you.
Did he just try to move past me?
No, he went around. I just wasn't going to fiddle around with that.
Okay, but he did move, right?
Yeah.
Sentinel, baby. The minute that he tries to move close to me, I believe I get an attack.
Oh, yeah?
Nope, that is my mistake. I would need to be using my pole arm for that to work. My bad. Please continue and ignore me.
But you have the best greatsword ever. It's the best weapon. You should keep using that.
I think I shall.
Propaganda. Lies.
Does a 23 hit Tempest?
Absolutely. Although it's a straight attack because I do have the cloak, even if I attack recklessly. But yeah, 23 hits.
Okay, and an 11 will miss. So you're going to take half of that 23, so you take 11 damage.
Noted. Thank you.
I feel like I should help out our bard here a bit more.
I'm good.
Okay. This feels like it's gonna be the dumbest turn of life, but I'm going to run to Tiara, do a cure wounds so I can use a touch, and then run back to keep distance between us.
Excellent jogging skills.
Kind of like playing tag. So I'm essentially running back to the same spot, so I'm not even gonna move my character, but I know there's it's 20 feet to him and 20 feet back.
You can only move 30 though, right?
But if I'm not doing an action... Oh, Cure Wounds is an action. Shoot, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
You can get 10 feet away, so that next turn it'll be easy.
This is true. I might just give him another healing word.
Can't do
the choices.
spells.
I mean, I could do healing word, but then I couldn't do a spell. Yeah. And those are split up, so I can't do what my original plan was. I am going to throw another healing word out there for Tiara, because he's looking rough. And I have rolled slightly better this time. And then...
Thank you.
I guess in super Rhodes fashion, I'm going to approach. And can I hold action that if he gets close enough to me, I will hit him with my mace?
Yep.
Then that's going to be the plan. And I believe that is my turn.
All right, Ysmyr?
Okay, it's a shame these guys are so far away because I just cannot get in range for anything else. So we are going to Eldritch Blast the one closest to Rhodes right now. Start getting him hit, hopefully. Let me just make sure I have a... Yeah, I can see him straight through the trees and stuff. So
Yeah, he's a big target.
yeah, that's true.
And both of those hit.
Lovely. And again, I can't get close enough to do anything else. You know what? For now, I think I'm good. I think I'll just stay there for now too.
Okay. All right, Yaereene.
Step out from the trees, shoot the dude that Tempus is fighting with, and then step back.
That's a hit.
Okay, and I'm going to try my sharpshooter. This may be a bad idea, but we'll see. So I have to take -5 off of the attack, and I don't know how to do that in D&D Beyond right now. That was a mistake, because I'm guessing a 12 does not hit.
12 misses.
Okay, I will step back behind the trees.
Okay,
All right.
Tiara.
I'm going to drop a bardic inspiration on Yaereene,
Thank you.
and then I'm running like a little scared child, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself at level 2, and I'm showing that I got a 10.
Yep.
All right, and that is my turn.
All right, Tempus.
The party focused on the one giant. Smart. Tempus gonna try and take it down. Dum.
That is 2 hits and enough damage to bring it down.
Tempus will then move into melee. Dum.
I just imagine Tempus singing and announcing everything he's doing in character.
I wouldn't say you're wrong. And also, don't forget, you do have bardic inspiration, Tempus.
You
I
can
think,
take your attack of opportunity there, Tempus.
and I'm gonna hopefully get a good chance to use it here.
And Rhodes, you also held your action to smack it with your mace.
I would like to add on the bardic inspiration there. So is that a D8 at your current level, Tiara?
Yes.
I hath smacked it.
You have to roll to hit first.
Oh my god, wow. Jesus. I told you I was dumb today.
That's okay.
With all due respect, Rhodes might not get a chance to hit it because that's a 23 for me to hit it, and with that Sentinel feat, if I hit him, I set his movement to 0.
I thought you said Sentinel required you to use polearm.
No, to get the attack of opportunity when he just moves around me would have required polearm, but because he moved my threatened zone, I got a proper attack of opportunity and stopped him from moving.
Alrighty then.
Let me just here. I'll do some posting here.
Well, then he's going to turn around and whack ya.
Dum.
It's alright, I'll come flank him for you.
Thanks, Vamp.
23 and a 19 hit.
Surprisingly, somehow, yes.
Alrighty. You're raging, right?
Correct.
So you're going to take 27 slashing damage.
Thank you. Yes, that is with the cloak causing disadvantage.
It stops causing disadvantage once you've been hit, though.
Oh my, yes.
I
Oh
thought,
dear.
this is just for my curiosity. Is that just for the round and then it goes back?
I'll link to chat.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember.
It's until the start of my next turn.
Okay. So, yeah, the first hit would have hit regardless of disadvantage. And then the second one, I mean, it was the lower roll that hit anyway. So, yeah, you take a bunch of slashing damage.
Alright, as promised, I'm gonna come run up and flank it. As I'm running up, I'm gonna cast a Sacred Flame, which it needs a dex save of 14 for.
Yeah, it's not particularly dexterous and takes 12 radiant damage.
Perfect. And I guess I could cast or shout another healing word to Tempus, technically. Yeah, that's a bonus action.
Yep.
Yeah, then I will shout a healing word for Tempus as well. And roll another one.
You're on fire tonight.
These rolls are so good. And that'll be my turn, thanks.
I think your hit point roll was a warning.
That was devastating.
All right, Ysmyr.
At this point, move up 30 feet and Eldritch Blast because she's not getting anywhere close.
That's a pair of hits.
Wow.
Ow.
All the ones.
That was insulting.
You too now suffer from my curse of ones.
That was unfortunate.
How dare you?
That's it for your turn?
Hold on one sec. Yes, that is it.
All right, Yaereene.
Just to make sure I can get a good line of sight on him. And we'll try sharpshooter again, because, I haven't learned my lesson yet.
Okay.
Don't forget, you've got a bardic inspiration.
So, Ryan, don't tell me if I hit or not.
Okay.
I can't remember if a 16 hits. We're going to try saying that. We're just going to leave that. Does a 16 hit, Ryan?
Yep.
Excellent. Add 10 more damage to that, so 21 total.
Nicely done.
Thank you. I will try it again. And I'm good there. Add 10 more damage to that, so 25 damage.
20 because you don't get Colossus Slayer twice.
Thank you. I missed that. I'm so excited about the 10.
Yeah, no kidding. All right. Anything else on your turn?
Nope. I'm good.
Is it bloodied? Is it bloodied?
Can you not see the status when you hover over it?
It is
Oh,
near
yeah.
death.
Yep. Okay, so I move out. That's only 42 feet away. I'm going to use Vicious Mockery. So that's Wisdom 15 save. You're a foolish big galoot. You just stumble over your feet. You're not worth the time of us killing you. You're just going to fall down and die. And it's 2d. It'll take that much damage if it doesn't make the saving throw, which is Wisdom 15? Yeah, Wisdom 15.
It fails, but it's still up.
Damn it. And then I'm going to throw a Bardic Inspiration on... Can I see Tempus? Or do I just see Rhodes?
Yeah, you can see Tempus.
Okay, I'm going to throw the Bardic Inspiration on Tempus since he used it so well.
And that's it for your turn?
Indeed.
Correct me if I'm wrong, because Rhodes is giving me the flank, I get to roll at advantage without making reckless attacks?
That's right.
Then that's just what Tempus shall do. Dum 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 dum.
It dies.
And Tempus will quickly scramble
Huzzah.
over its corpse to give Rhodes a high five.
High five returned.
Well, that was a rude start to the morning, wasn't it?
I suppose it is. And Ysmyr's going to get back to the cart before the horses go anywhere. I don't like how they were already waiting there.
Seems a little sus, if nothing else.
Well, the further north we go, the more we get into, spooky creature and person territory. The north is pretty dangerous. That's why my tribe usually stayed in the south.
I look over to Rhodes and see any reaction or intention to talk.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Most of the way I got through Norgard was through sneaking and skulking, I guess you could say. I definitely avoided most encounters.
Well, I'm impressed you made it all the way, especially without a group.
I'm wounded at how little faith you have in me.
I just said I was impressed.
Rhodes, we're following you. We trust you. Isn't that enough?
I will do my best to make sure that trust is well placed.
KTR nods and just plays a minor 7th G chord.
Now, I'm going to hazard a guess that where those two came from is exactly where we need to go.
I'm assuming Rhodes would confirm that is correct, Ryan?
Yeah, they came from the northwest, and that is the direction you've been traveling this whole time.
Then yes, that is the way we need to go. I do advise we keep a sharp lookout, because they will probably not be the only other creatures traveling this road.
Okay, would you guys like me in front again?
I think so. You're the best of us for finding the way.
Okay, I will get up on point again, Ryan.
Okay.
Ysmyr will keep directing the cart.
Okay. Sorry, I've got so many maps now that it's hard for me to keep track of where different things are, because they're not in alphabetical order. Okay. So that encounter happened relatively early in the day. Continuing on northwest.
Yes.
All right. Do you want to give me a survival check? As you continue on through the day, you do see more giant tracks through the region. There's also some enormous canine tracks But your survival is good enough that you can avoid them if you so choose.
Do we want to choose giants? Do we want to choose to avoid giants and big canines? Oh, actually, you didn't
I
say
would
big canines.
think so.
Are they small or large, Ryan? The canines.
Large.
Yeah, I think we probably want to avoid those. Do these look like giants' pet dogs?
Yeah.
Very
Dire
well
wolves
could
are
be.
not on my diet.
Okay, we will try and avoid. Tempus had to step away, but actually with a cart, never mind.
So you guys travel for the rest of the day, no problem. And you want to find a nice spot to set up camp?
Yes, please.
That'll be another survival check. And you can get advantage because I'm sure Tempus would help you with that.
Wow.
Oh no.
I'm impressed with myself. That's horrific.
It was a long day. You're tired.
Evidently.
Yeah, as the day wraps up, you're in the middle of a vast snowy field with just the trees are still some distance off.
Can I tell how far away?
If you push yourself for another hour, you probably get to the trees.
Do you guys want to push for an hour?
Do you want to take the chance on exhaustion?
Not sure I want to park in the middle of a field.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, let me just see something.
I would rather be exhausted in cover than out in the open and vulnerable.
I've got half proficiency on survival. So if I try and aid her, does that give her advantage or just like give her a numeric bonus?
We've been assuming Tempus is usually helping her because he usually does.
All right.
That was with advantage, believe it or not.
Yeah, I noticed 6 and 7 is not fun.
Natural 1 and 2.
Indeed.
So choices: push on for an hour or camp in the middle of very visible
That's
spot.
everybody makes rolls, right, Ryan?
Yeah, everybody makes exhaustion rolls.
Yeah, I'm okay with pushing on.
I am also okay with pushing on.
I'll do it.
All right, the party pushes on. Can you all give me Constitution ability
Con
checks,
rolls.
please? So much exhaustion.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Wow.
Go team. At least we are all tired together.
Ryan, do you want to make one for Tempus?
So how many of you am I driving in the wagon?
Well, don't forget, we're going down to bed, so
Oh, wait,
if
we have
we
horses.
get a good rest, that'll get rid of the exhaustion.
Assuming we live that long. Yep.
Yes, I'm making assumptions.
By the time you guys get to the edge of the woods, Yaereene, Rhodes, and KTR are feeling quite sleepy.
All right. Well, I think we skirt the edge a bit and just settle down around here. Unless Yaereene feels like she can find a spot.
Maybe Tempus could, since I don't think he's exhausted.
Yeah, Tempus can do a survival check. Yeah, he finds a good spot to sleep. It's not too far into the edge of the woods, so you don't have to push yourselves too far. And you feel like it should be pretty safe for the night.
Thank you, Tempus.
Perfect. Ysmyr's going to make a point of making sure the horses are well set up and also covered by shrubbery, like have plenty of branches and stuff around so they don't get killed by something again.
So do we have watches for the night?
Yes, I think we have to.
I'm willing to do first or last because I want to make sure I get my 8 hours to get rid of my exhaustion.
Does it have to be uninterrupted rest, Ryan?
Yeah, it has to be a long rest.
Right, but if we get 8 hours over the course of the night, even if we have a watch in the middle, that's still acceptable?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll go wherever you guys want me.
Same goes.
Hey, Ryan. I know I'm away from the table right now, but just a reminder, you know what I'm doing at night.
I do. Are you still doing that specifically on Rhodes's watch?
Nope, just roll a d4 to random.
Sorry, all I heard was no.
Just roll a d4 to figure out whose watch I randomly sneak out.
Okay,
Okay, guys, do you want me to do first or last watch?
First.
Okay, I'll do first, and because I'm a half elf, I trance, right? So I only need 4 hours.
I'll do second.
I'll do third.
I can do after that.
And Tempus last watch.
So Tempus is leaving on Ysmyr's watch then.
All right, and for my first watch, is that perception?
Let me check. Yeah, the night's going to pass uneventfully, so it's okay. But Tempus is going to be rolling stealth against Ysmyr's perception, I'm guessing.
I guess so. Hold on.
Do the rest of us get to take off our exhaustion?
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Oh, we match.
So you do see Tempus sneaking away from camp.
Okay. She is going to log that away and keep an eye for when he comes back.
Okay. He comes back before the end of your watch so that he can take his own.
But yeah, she's going to have questions.
Okay. In the meantime, the rest of the night passes uneventfully. Although, Ysmyr, I did send you something that you would have heard.
Yes, I am looking at that right now.
You're supposed to say, interesting.
Oh, it is.
Just to keep the rest of us in good suspense.
Oh, don't worry. There's suspense.
Or worry lots.
Intense guilt. I'm going with that.
While Ysmyr's figuring that out, does anybody else have anything they want to do in the morning?
I'm just gonna do my roll for my fabulous wand.
I'm going to roll for my bow, and I'm going to talk to the Stormlord and tell them all about the snow giant fight.
Okay.
All right, so my wand's back up top.
Nice roll. And Yaereene, as you say that in the morning, there is no response of any kind.
Yep, she's just keeping in touch.
Okay.
She hasn't got it all figured out, so she's just sharing a lot.
Is she vocalizing about this to everyone?
Kind of wandering off by herself and then talking quietly to the stone in her head.
All right, but there's still Ysmyr dealing with finding Tempus playing whatever.
Yeah. But in the morning, she's going to look deeply troubled and basically be sitting there, hands rubbing temples and just like looking, deeply, deeply troubled. So I think our white dragon friend did what we asked, but a little more than we asked.
That doesn't sound like good news.
I come over to Ysmyr. Excuse me, I don't mean to be forward, but you seem to be deeply troubled. Is it anything I can help you with?
I just got a ending from Yaereene. He asked what we'd done because a dragon helped defend against orcs and undead at the city. I'm assuming the city, but it killed some of our people too. Yelling for Queen Ysmyr Yggdrasil.
Oh. You don't want any title, so I won't use it, but I'm so sorry. I'm glad that stupid beast helped the city, but it needed to be a little bit more discriminating. But then,
well, I
honestly,
known
what does
better.
it care? What does it care?
Well, that's
As long as
exactly
it gets
it.
the
I should
dead.
have known better. We were dealing with a white, so I hope to get us out of there and maybe get a little aid with the group going to the city. I didn't expect him to go to the city, and
Okay, I grab Ysmyr by the shoulders and shake her a little, and I say, look, you made the right decision. The fact that there was some collateral damage is terrible, and I share your upset. However, the city stood, and Yuri should shut the hell up, the little wanker. The city stood. That's what we care about, isn't it?
a city's no good if the people in it die.
Some died. The city survived. The majority of the people survived, and those attacking didn't. Focus. Keep your eye on the prize. The city needs to survive, and the people within. There will always be a cost in battle, right?
This didn't have to be one. I don't know how much it helped versus how much it took away. He took away.
Yuri will always... You'll excuse me, but I don't have the best opinion of Yuri. He's very, very useful, but at the same time, he's a bit of a sus bastard, in my opinion. If it's not him being the great hero, I think he'll cast doubt or frame your efforts in the best.
I don't think Yuri has interest in being a hero.
He's a counselor. He's a counselor. I think he's always looking to post himself as the best light he can, and he don't care who he throw under the bus. Now, I understand the two of
I
us may have
think you're
differences.
mistaking Yuri for
He's a
Hovarth.
politician. He's a politician.
And he's been worked well with us and has been honest with me. So if he is messaging, it was serious.
I'll not fret and argue with you. You've heard my words. I stand by them, and I believe in you, Ysmyr. I believe that the decisions that we all made, not just you, all of us made that decision, was right, and the city benefited more than it lost. Think on that, please.
And she's going to look away and pull herself free and look to Rhodes. If you have a chance, and you can send messages, could you send a message to Yuri just asking what the damage was?
We can sit down and compose one together before we leave, and I'll send it before we make journey.
Thank you. And yeah, and Ysmyr is gonna go sit until everyone's ready to go, just looking deep in thought.
I think Rhodes is going to give her some time before joining her to decide what they want to send.
Sounds good.
I just sit quietly beside her, pat her on her knee, and look away.
Yaereene hovers in the background, trying not to get too close so as to not intrude, and has no clue how to help whatsoever.
So I guess after a bit, Ysmyr will look to Rhodes and start wanting to work on that message.
All right. What would you guys like to say?
We are conspiring.
Yeah, we're figuring that out. The
Okay.
downside of message, you need to figure out 25 words.
So
Yep,
feel
it's
free to talk
tricky.
amongst yourselves while we try to sort this out. Although I feel like Rhodes might try to subtly shoo Katiera off to give Ysmyr a chance to go back into business mode and recover herself emotionally.
I look at Rhodes kind of nod and just move off to the trees and basically look around to stand watch.
Yaereene will figure that's probably what she should be doing then, too.
You guys can get perception checks.
All right. Oh, we haven't done a rest yet, have we?
We just woke up.
Yes, this is the end. This is the end of the long rest.
All right. So I did get rid of the exhaustion, so that's a legitimate roll.
Okay. Yeah, you guys take a look from your hidden campsite that Tempus found, and it's just a cold spring day. Nothing out moving in the early morning hours.
Okay, and
And Tempus is back if you're...
Yeah, Ysmyr, if you want to take advantage of Tempus being back and do that station now, probably a good time.
Okay, so backtracking. This would be right when he comes back during her watch, and she'll have been waiting for him, and she's standing there, arms crossed, and is just like, and where have you been off to?
Tempus ignores you and just walks past you back into the camp.
She
Did
grab his
Kate...
arm. This is when you're sleeping.
We're sleeping? All right.
Yeah, this is
We're
in the watches.
backtracking. She's gonna catch Tempus's arm. You
He'll
want me to trust you and tell you things. It goes both ways.
he's gonna kind of shake and start and say, "Oh, hello, Ysmyr. Is it my watch?"
It would be, but you were just off gallivanting in the forest. Where were you?
I wasn't anywhere. What are you talking about?
Why are you awake?
Oh, shit.
You just woke me up.
You're standing here, having come from the forest. I watched you leave.
No, I didn't.
Then why aren't you in your bedroll right now?
Ysmyr,
How could I wake you? How could I move you here after you were asleep from there, and you were gone for a couple hours?
Ysmyr, you're not making a whole lot of sense right now. Are you feeling all right?
Can I get an insight check on this?
Sure.
Have the voices been loud enough to rouse anybody else?
You're not getting a good sense of if you would be lying or telling the truth at this point.
Just listen to me, Tempus. At the start of my watch, I saw you wake up and sneak your way out into the forest. You just came back, and I asked you what you were doing. So either you're lying to me, that you don't know what I'm talking about, or something else is up. And we have too many things on our plate right now. So I need you to be honest with me.
Ysmyr, I'm sorry. I think I've been stressing you out lately, and I think it's all starting to get to you. Why don't you go take a break? It's almost my watch anyway. Everything will seem better in the morning after you've had some rest, I'm sure.
Try and remember where you were and what you were doing. And with that, she'll let him go. And she'll go to her bedroll, but she's not going to go to sleep right away. She's going to be keeping an eye on him.
And he'll go about his watch diligently and in the camp. Dum 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 dum.
And with that, I say we jump back to when everyone's awake.
Sounds good.
Do you say anything about this to anybody else, Ysmyr?
Well, her priority right now is dealing with the message she got from Yaereene and getting the other one sent. So that's not very high on her list at the moment.
Right, so that's you and Rhodes making up what you want to send to Yaereene, right?
Yeah, and the message was a short one. It was just, does Nordgard stand? What is the damage? And is the dragon still there?
Okay.
Oh, that's well within 25 words.
I sent the message to Ysmyr.
Okay, Rhodes was the one who cast the spell, so he probably gets the message.
Oh, okay. Is Rhodes here?
Yeah, I'm back. Romy sent it to me.
Okay.
So once we get the message back, Rhodes will probably gather everyone in and repeat. The city stands, but is in rough shape. The orc tribe with undead killed many. What do we know of it? The dragon is gone and headed northwest.
Well, the news of the orc tribe is new, and yet at the same time, I have some suspicions.
At least our scaled friend is either going home or coming back to find us.
Let's just hope he goes home.
I don't think he gives a damn about us.
You really don't think he'd have some kind of invested interest after saying his deeds are for Queen Ysmyr Yggdrasil?
I think he's
Know where
just
that word even
casting.
came from.
I just think he's casting blame. I don't think he's. He didn't seem totally invested. However, with him saying that statement, I may be wrong. So I'll just shut up.
But whatever he does, he will do it. He might come looking for us for more treasure, or he might just go back to his lair now that he's had some fun. As for the orc tribe, if you want to answer back, I have a suspicion. And the rest of you, if you recall, when we first found the cave at Daystar Lake, remember the orcs that were there? They were flesh takers, I believe.
Aye.
How much of a stretch do you think it is that they're the ones dealing with our lich friend, and therefore a few undead are among their ranks now?
I don't think it's a stretch at all. The flesh takers are antisocial, vagabonds in every sense of the word. They have no decency. It would make total sense that they would throw in with the undead at the expense of all other life.
Well, Rhodes, if you...
That is another spell. Do we want to use the resources? We don't know what's ahead of us.
Yes, I was going to say, if you want to send a message now, feel free. Or maybe we consider that more for the end of the day.
I think we should table that for the end of the day once we know what our resources will be.
One question. Did it imply that the orcs were living or undead currently?
Or with undead, you said?
The message said orc tribe with undead, so I would assume they were intermixed.
This is just a mess. Well, I would say send the message or be ready to send one later. There's not much we can do, and we can't linger. It's not helping anything, and messaging back and forth will only go so far right now.
We either push forward or we turn back.
Forward. Forward, or all that we've done is for nothing.
Agreed. Let's go.
Yuri said it still stands. That's going to have to be good enough. We should keep going.
Yeah. Grab the horses. Let's go.
Okay. You guys continue on your trek to the northwest. Can I get a survival check, please?
So, Tempus, you wanted to have a chat with Rhodes?
I did, just while we're traveling, just draw him to one side apart from everybody else, but Ryan has sent me some terrible, terrible stuff, so I have to respond to him.
Evil DM.
I prefer the term wicked.
I'm using the more appropriate at this time. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Tempus will tell the group that Yuri sent him a sending that said that Gerkum held off many undead, obliterating them. He was in the mix for the dragon's first blast. But yeah, if Rhodes is... Shen, you available? Got time for a chat?
Oh, Rhodes has always got time for a chat.
So Tempus is going to draw you to one side, and he's going to look a little bit sheepish, and he's going to say, Rhodes, I've got something to say that I should have said a long time ago, but you've been so distant the last few days, I didn't seem to find the time to say it.
Are you all right there, big guy?
Absolutely, but this is important, so pay close attention. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I called you a chicken. I was trying to peer pressure you into taking back this cloak, and it was wrong of me. You're probably the bravest person in this party with the exception of Yaereene. So, I'm sorry.
Rhodes is going to look around to the rest of the party to see if anyone else is hearing this.
How far away did you guys go?
5-10 feet, while on horseback, wind whipping past your ears. Bugger off, guys. This is our convo.
Oh, I was going to say Ysmyr is pretty deep in her own thoughts today.
I'm just going to look over, cock an eyebrow at the bravest, and keep my mouth shut.
Yaereene hears it, blushes, and stares fixedly straight ahead.
Well, though I appreciate the apology and the sentiment, Tempus, you know it's unneeded. We're all in this pulling together. Your actions are brave and honorable, and I understand your motivations for refusing the cloak, but I am genuinely glad that you took it back.
Well, that's all well and good, but on the subject of being in all this all together, I need your help. I'm worried about Ysmyr. She's acting strange, and I think I know what happened.
And so at this point, Rhodes does lower his voice a bit more, and he goes, oh?
I'm pretty sure that she's lovesick. Either that or the dragon has ensorcelled her. I haven't figured it out just yet.
Rhodes is going to blink a couple times and just ask, what makes you think it's the first one?
Well, you see, this is probably the first time she's really interacted with, like, one of her own kind, and, like, you know, he's totally macho. He just flew into our camp and ate all our horses. And, like, she keeps giving him presents, which I know she probably thinks is a good way to win his affections, but he's a toxic bad boy. He's just gonna take her for all she's worth. She won't let me fight the damn beastie, and he keeps on coming on back, and I'm worried.
Tiara is choking back laughter hearing this.
Tiara can't hear shit. I was whispering.
So
You're
like,
5-10 feet away, dude. I can hear.
we lowered our voices. So Rhodes is going to take a moment to digest all of that. And he goes, yes, I can see your reasoning for the second as well in that case.
Look, I'm just worried about her. So, I know you're probably having a little bit of difficulty reading into the first one just because of your vow of chastity makes you completely inured to matters of the heart, but I'm serious. This could be a big issue if Ysmyr keeps flirting with this dragon and giving him stuff. It could have a very negative effect on things. And I also think that she's just pining for him. She keeps seeing things, and last night she was telling me stuff that just didn't happen. I'm worried about her. So it's either like magical mind-affecting stuff, or she's in love, both of which is a problem.
Did you want me to have a conversation with her about it?
Well, I don't know. Do you think that would help?
Maybe it is something we should talk to her about, understand a bit more where she's coming from. We should not mention the potential of her pining after this dragon, either for love reasons or for being under the dragon's influence reasons.
You're absolutely right. If it's the first one, she'll be embarrassed and upset that we sussed it out. And if it's the second, the enchantment might make her attack.
Maybe I should handle the conversation.
That's a good call. You're very wise.
It's yes. Good job finding that out, Tempus.
Hey, I'm here for the party. And Tempus will shoot you the finger guns and we'll keep on traveling.
Rhodes is gonna sit and digest that for a bit.
It's a good thing she didn't hear that. So we're just continuing on from there?
Right. So I'll take a survival check for the day.
Will Tempus assist?
Yes, I will, but I'm also going to step away to check on baby.
You continue through the woods, seeing a lot of activity, actually, lots of different tracks of various animals. No more giants in this area, but it seems that you're getting into a much more wild area of the woods now, with less what you would call signs of civilization. Like you're not seeing humanoid tracks of any kind.
Okay, I'll convey that to everyone else. And when we sit down, when we make camp for the evening, Ryan, I'm going to spend some time to see if there are either any humanoid or undead around.
Okay. You don't sense any.
Okay, I am also going to think a few things at you before I go to bed.
Sure thing.
While we're making camp for the night, I guess Rhodes is gonna finally not so much pull Ysmyr aside as just help her with whatever she's working on. It's clear that he means to have a conversation with her.
Okay, she was probably just sitting, cleaning her weapons or something for the night.
So he would probably like join her, hand her some rations or whatever they're using for their meal, and just be like, "So, you seem like there's been a lot on your mind throughout this trip, particularly the last few days.
That obvious, huh?
You're not a very good liar."
Well, yeah, you could say that.
Do you mind sharing, or would you rather keep it to yourself?
Well, finding out what Shamanaz did to Nordgard was not encouraging. And then, I don't know, there's just a lot.
And what are your thoughts towards the white dragon?
He's a white dragon. I'm not surprised. Let's just say, they're dragons, so they are smart, but whites they do their own thing.
So just a quick question, party-wise. Like, it has been out. We all know that Ysmyr is a half-dragon now, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
perfect. So Rhodes is just going to kind of sit there and he'd be like, so I guess you also haven't really talked to anybody about your big news, Ysmyr.
Well, I didn't exactly plan on being outed. That was something I hoped to keep under wraps as long as possible.
And how does the, I guess, dragon side of things play into all of this, especially with our big white friend?
Oh, if he could have, he would have killed us, but I managed to talk him down. Whites and silvers do not get along at all.
Huh, good to know. So, no lingering feelings or relations at seeing another dragon at all? None? Nothing?
It was interesting to see another one, but I wish it was a different one. Does that clarify anything?
Lots, I guess. I don't know, it didn't make you feel like homesick for that side of you? Anything like that?
Ysmyr stops, like, wiping her blade and rests it across her legs for a second. It made me realize I have concerns for my mother. I don't know where she is. And with the world going crazy and seeing bone dragons and all this, I hope she's doing well. I hope she's safe. Even big bad dragons can clearly get one-upped. So that's what it's doing.
I don't suppose you have anything of your mother's? Any way to find her, reach out to her, see if she's okay?
I lack your ability to send messages, even short ones. And I haven't seen her for many years. I mean, she gave me this cloak, but past that, that's about it. She gave me my looks. That's the other thing. That's about it.
Well, Rhodes, being who Rhodes is gonna wink at her and be like, well, she must have been quite the lovely silver lady. But I wouldn't worry too much. I'm sure your mom's all right out there. And hey, maybe we can keep an eye out for signs of her as well.
I hope so. It was in the journal we got from that ghoul, Hogarth. It was encouraging to see his mention of some dragons flying north. So I have a little hope. But until I see her, I don't have much.
Well, it's a good thing we're going north then. I'll stay optimistic for the both of us.
I appreciate that. Sometimes it's hard.
And with that, and the relief that knowing Ysmyr is likely not in love with another dragon, Rhodes will politely dismiss himself and get ready for the evening.
Okay, before he goes, Ysmyr's gonna stop him. Last night, during my watch, I saw Tempus sneak away from camp, and he came back near the end. But when I asked him about it, the first time I asked, he ignored me and would have kept walking had I not caught his arm. And then he snapped out of it and seemed to not know what I was talking about. So, just keep an eye on him.
Are you proposing maybe a secondary watch tonight?
Perhaps. I don't think it could hurt.
All right. I'll keep an eye on him. You do the same.
Thank you. And with that, she'll give him a nod, and if he was going to go off and do something, she'll let him go this time.
Yeah, he's probably going to go off and do Rhodes things.
Ryan, I see I got some messages from you. Were those sent during the evening?
Yes, those are sent at the end of the day.
Okay. And, sorry, those are separate from what Tempus told us earlier?
Yeah, these are specifically sent to you.
Okay. She is... So a little bit later, Ysmyr's going to look really frustrated again and wave the group over and let them know. I got more messages from Yaereene. Tempus, you asked him for intelligence at some point?
I don't think he's here right now, but
yes,
okay. Yes, he did ask in his own sending spell. He responded asking for more intelligence from Yaereene.
Okay, then she is going to continue, and Yaereene told me that orc and undead stormed the city from the north. The walls were breached by a ghost who assassinated Faria Bell while she was inspiring the troops. And the animals of Grizz's Grove tried to help, but they were overwhelmed and turned into undead, and the citizens are on the brink of collapse. I don't know how to help them, short of telling them, get out of there. I hope you guys all heard that.
Yep.
And I'm back, and baby is down, so unless she wakes up, I'm back for the rest of the night. Sorry, gang.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Were you able to hear Ysmyr sharing some of Yuri's intelligence that he sent?
No, I'm pretty in the dark about most everything.
Okay, Ysmyr relayed some intelligence Yaereene sent, which was orc and undead stormed the city from the north. The walls were breached by a ghost who assassinated Faria Bell while she was inspiring the troops. And the animals of Grizz's Grove tried to help, but they were overwhelmed and turned into undead themselves. And the citizens are on the brink of collapse. And Ysmyr ended with, I don't know how to help, short of telling them to get out of there.
And what's the party doing? Like, you just relayed this information to us and we're sitting in silence, or?
She literally just finished right as you came back.
Okay.
So, any thoughts?
Is there any way for us to travel back to the city quickly? Using magic or some other means of transportation?
I don't think so. And this is hard because I want to help the city, but according to what I found, I need to find this elven throne that's supposed to, and hope something happens and something helps.
I thought that the undead were leaving the city alone for a little while because they'd all agreed to convert.
No. That was, they were considering it and they were arguing about converting to following Dowreth, but we managed to, somehow the wave left before that became an issue.
There was the voice that everyone who had been infected with the zombie rot heard in their minds telling them to head north. And at that time, all of the undead headed north.
The city will have to hold as best as it can. In terms of fixing the undead problem, I mean, our mission is the same. We're heading north to find whatever the source of that voice was and end it.
We're heading to find a elven city. That, at least that was my goal, and I thought I voiced that properly.
Yeah, and then you're going to be queen and we're going to find Rhodes' people and everything's going to be good.
At this, well, unless any of you have suggestions, short of sending a message back, thanking for the intelligence, and seeing if they still want us to try and send help as we find it, which clearly hasn't gone well, we just keep pushing forward.
In terms of helping the city, I mean, the best I can offer is psychology into the flesh takers and their unique mentality. The city might be able to drag out the siege a few days if they challenge the chieftain to honorable single combat with a champion.
Well, that might be worth telling Yaereene.
Do we have the means to do so?
Rhodes can.
Well, yeah, so basically if they can imply that the leader of the flesh takers is a sniveling coward who can't face a single champion in single combat, then, you know, basically they have to do it or else it's going to damage his standing amongst the other orcs. So, who knows, maybe Gorold can save the day by taking him down. Wouldn't count on it, though, considering how the last real fight he had with an orc went.
And if Gorold falls, what does that mean for the city?
Oh, at that point then they're all thralls of the flesh takers and really should have embraced the rule of Queen Ysmyr a lot sooner.
I can send the message, but I don't know what good it's going to do them in the long run.
Like I said, it could hopefully get them a couple of days' time with some clever diplomacy. I don't have any better ideas, I'm sorry to say.
Short of evacuating, there's not much, I don't think. They should have that as a backup plan, at least.
All right, I'll get something together to send, I guess.
Thank you, Rhodes. Past that, I don't think there's much we can do. So, I think, again, with much on her mind, Ysmyr's gonna go sit down.
All right. Is there anything else anybody wants to do before the night?
I think Tempus is going to walk over to Yaereene, pick her up and hoist her over one shoulder and say, "Everybody, Yaereene is dragging me off to the woods. I don't have any choice in the matter. She simply will not be denied." And then he'll carry her off to the woods where they're just going to hang out and, you know, have a nice, pleasant little, just them time for a bit.
Awesome. She'll let out a little eep, but make no bones about being willing.
All right. So you guys have your alone time. And Rhodes, you're sending that message to Yaereene?
Yep, just putting it together now.
Perfect.
And then I believe Ysmyr and Rhodes wanted to keep some kind of an eye on Tempus tonight.
Okay. Same watch as before?
I don't see why not.
Tempus will sneak away on the third watch.
That's Rhodes's watch.
Perfect.
So sneaky.
What am I rolling to beat?
You don't have to roll anything because your perception bonus is higher than 4.
That is very true. Even if I rolled a 1, I think I would beat him.
Yeah, so you see Tempus get up and head off during your watch.
Do I know, do I see which direction he's heading in?
Yep.
And I'll say this, you can clearly see that he's not being particularly sneaky, given my roll of 4, but he doesn't appear to be in any kind of hurry, rush, or really seem to be making much bones about leaving a trail behind him, so yeah.
Now is this midway through my watch? Is it towards the start of my watch, towards the end of my watch? What's the time frame here?
I'd say it's probably right at the beginning of your watch.
Okay. I'm gonna nudge Ysmyr awake, just because I don't want to leave the camp unguarded, and then I'm gonna point in the direction that Tempus is going, and I'm going to try and tail him.
Okay, she'll wake up and take guard duty.
I am guessing this means I also need to roll a stealth roll.
If you would like to be stealthy,
I think I would attempt to, so.
I bet you can't beat a 20 perception.
I guarantee I can't, because I'm rolling with disadvantage. What do I hold for disadvantage again?
Control.
I definitely do not beat that.
I'm messaging Ryan a second.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks, Ryan.
No problem. So, Rhodes, you do find Tempus off a short distance from the camp, but he doesn't notice you.
Then I guess I'm going to settle in to observe what is going on with Tempus.
Well, he appears to sort of just be, crouching, knees bent close to the ground, and you notice that his sword is in front of him, and he appears to have plopped that head that he carries around onto the hilt of the sword, and he's waving it back and forth and appears to be saying something to it. I don't know, how close did you sneak up to me?
How close would I have been able to sneak? Would it be close enough to hear what he's saying? Is this another roll I should make?
He's really not paying any attention at all, so you can get as close as you need.
Cool. I'm going to try and get close enough to at least hear what he's saying then, but I'm still going to do my best to stay out of sight.
Okay, give me a perception roll. We'll see how close you need to get.
Oh my god, the dice hate me!
You need to get fairly close.
Cool. I guess I'm going to go for it. I'm going to get pretty close because I'm freaking deaf tonight.
Which is no problem, because Tempus is just having a manic conversation with his sword, something along the lines of, "That's nonsense, Yaereene. Ysmyr is my friend and my war leader. I won't hear of such talk. She stabbed you, Tempus. She punched you in the face. She doesn't care for your opinions. All she cares about is her dragon boyfriend. That's even a little bit of a stretch even for me. Yaereene, calm down and tell me what the undead are up to." "No, Tempus, you listen to me. You need to go into the woods and take vengeance upon everyone who has wronged you. Vengeance on the world. Destroy them all. Burn the world to the ground." "Yaereene, if you keep talking like that, I'm going to put aside the sword and stop using it." "You don't have the guts, little orc. We have this conversation often, but you never remember, because I won't let you." And then Tempus is going to collapse into the snow for a few minutes. Kind of looks like he's maybe having a little bit of a seizure before he stands up, sheaths the sword, and starts walking back to the camp. Just walks right past you, doesn't pay any attention to you.
I'm probably not even going to try to be stealthy at this point, because I recognize how poorly of a job I did of following and hiding. I am talking, how dare you. Sorry. I've done a poor job of following and hiding. So I think I'm just going to get up and at a bit of a distance, just follow him back into camp, looking very bemused and very confused that he doesn't notice that I'm there.
And he'll just walk back into camp, climb into his tent, and go to sleep.
And Ysmyr is awake and watching as they come back and sees that, I'm sure.
Yep.
So Rhodes will go join Ysmyr and just be like, we'll talk in the morning. I'll take your watch so you can get more sleep.
We can still split. I'm guessing he won't remember.
No. No, I don't think he will.
All right. Well, all right. We'll talk in the morning. Thank you for doing that. And Ysmyr will go back to her bedroll.
All right. The night passes uneventfully.
Romy, did you send the message we had decided on? Because I didn't send it yet.
Nope, I haven't yet.
Okay.
I was letting you make the final decision.
I can message it. Sorry, I forgot.
But yeah, I think next morning is going to be a little routine, although Ysmyr is going to be kind of waiting to see if Rhodes wants to talk to Tempus or not, or if we wait until later.
I think Rhodes is gonna try to like break camp beside Tempus, or like find some reason to like work in his area to have a conversation with him.
Sure, Tempus is happy for the help.
And he's gonna be like, "So, buddy, you were kind of pretty restless last night. Did you have any bad dreams or anything?"
What? No, sorry if I disturbed you. I slept pretty good. Feel all nice and sprightly.
Huh? Do you where'd you get that sword? Have you had it this whole time?
What, this old thing? And he'll hold out his great sword and say, "We found it in the ruins, back when our adventures first began. And then, well, when I was carrying the god Tempus, he said he'd prefer it if I used a greatsword. And ever since then, this is pretty much the only weapon I can use. It's the best weapon of them all."
I see. So, does it give you like any special abilities? Anything that affects what you do at all?
Well, I understand it to be magical. It helps me, hit things just a little bit harder. Ysmyr had told me something about a dark spirit inhabiting the blade, but I can't say I've noticed any sign of that.
It's a nice sword. Do you mind if I see its balance?
Absolutely, but you have to give it back. It's the only weapon I can use.
I'll give it back, don't you worry. And so I'll hold my hand out for the sword.
And Tempus will put it in your hand, but he's still holding on to the hilt.
And so he's gonna kind of watch Tempus and be like, "Can I just try it out for a few swings? I mean, I know I'm not a sword user, but I was maybe considering learning another weapon."
You're not planning on trying to use this weapon on a keepsy basis, are you? It's the best sword, Rhodes. I can't let you have it.
I wouldn't imagine taking something so meaningful from you, Tempus. I just want to give it a try.
Oh, well then in that case, have at her. And he'll hand it over.
So does Rhodes feel anything strange from the weapon? Like he's probably going to kind of like try it in either hand, test its weight a bit, maybe take like an experimental swing or two.
No, it feels like a great sword. There's you don't just sense anything from it when you hold it.
And after a few practice swings, Tempus will sort of uncharacteristically snap, "That's enough," and snap and take it back.
Rhodes won't resist. He'll let you take it. And he'll be like, You're right. That is the best sword, Tempus."
Yeah, I know. That's why it's the only weapon I can use.
And he'll probably thank Tempus and, finish up what he's doing and then go make an excuse to have a chat with Ysmyr.
You actually got him to hand over the sword. That's impressive.
Well, I would second. And he's talking low enough that, like, anyone around them would have to try to hear. And he'd probably say, "Well, I would argue that's also impressive considering he talks to the sword at night."
Talks to the sword.
And it talks back.
Well, what was it? My patron who let me know? My patron wasn't interested in the weapon for my use because there was a spirit or something in there. Would that be it?
I believe it went by the name of Eurus. Does that sound familiar?
The only Eurus name I recognize is Eurus Black. He was a ghoul we met in the catacombs of, I guess you weren't there, the Temple of the Sun.
That does seem to be the name that it identifies itself by, if that gives you any leads, but it does definitely seem to be that there is something in the sword possessing our friend.
This happens to Tempus way too much. I don't suppose as a cleric you know anything about this stuff, do you?
Can I make a religion check?
You do know that if an item is cursed, you have a remove curse spell available.
Am I high enough level to have that spell?
Oh yeah, I think it's like a 3rd level spell.
Yep, it is.
Perfect. But so we know the weapon is cursed?
No, not for certain. Nobody's identified a curse on it, but it bears some of the hallmarks of being a cursed item in that Tempus refuses to use anything else no matter what. And like it's difficult for him to have it out of his grip.
Well, I suppose I could look into it. I wouldn't have anything ready today to help our friend.
Oh, that would be a step in the right direction. He almost killed me once with that thing, so I'd rather it gets dealt with sooner than later.
The bigger question is how do we remove it safely from his hands to help him?
Well, you got it away from him once. Maybe you can ask him again.
I've got an idea.
All right, well, let me know if you need a hand.
And I guess Rhodes is going to continue packing up camp.
All right. So unless anyone says otherwise, you guys pack up camp and continue on your journey for the day. Can I get a survival check from Yaereene?
Can I have assistance?
I would like to assist if I could.
Again, throughout the day, there's no signs of humanoid activities, nothing that would give you a sense that the undead are anywhere in this region. There's just lots of different types of animals and insects, you've seen large variety, but your tracking is good enough that you can avoid any potential complications.
Excellent.
Yaereene, Super Ranger.
And you guys get to the end of another day of travel. Would you like to look for a nice place to set up camp?
I would.
The trees are growing smaller in this region, so you're finding a bit more difficult time finding a place to quote unquote hide the horses. But you do find a spot that looks like it should be okay for setting up a tiny hut.
Nice.
Okay, I think Ysmyr is going to be ready to keep an eye on Tempus leaving again, or for Tempus leaving again.
Okay. Tempus, let's see which watch you're leaving. That would be Ysmyr's watch.
So now it's a case of she just has to notice.
Gee, how will you ever notice when he rolls a 3 for stealth?
At this point, I figure like he basically stands up inside the tent and accidentally pulls the pegs out and walks into the woods with the tent over his head.
Okay. I think this time she's going to get Rhodes' attention and just be like, all right, Tempest left again. Is it worth going to see what he's talking about?
We can both go. I don't think he's going to notice either of us. And actually, and Rhodes is going to look to Yaereene or where Yaereene and Kitiara are, and is like, we should maybe get the whole party involved. This could be something that concerns all of us.
Good point. Well, Kitiara can't leave the tiny hut area.
Then the next best bet is Yaereene. He does love her.
Mm-hmm. Let's get them both up and let them know what's going on and go find him.
It's not hard to find where Tempest went.
Yaereene, you feel like joining us this time? We'll give you a crash course on what's been going on.
Yeah, she'll be totally shocked by this. And she'll definitely come with you guys.
And Kitiara, mind holding down the fort? And the rest of us will go find out what's going on with Tempus, or find out more.
Okay. You guys wander off, following his tracks without any difficulty, and you find him off to the side. Similar type of thing as what you saw the previous night.
Yaereene will go straight up to him, and we may need to pause for a few moments.
Yep.
Unless, Ryan, you'd like to try and dare interpret what Tempest might do at this point, but...
No.
Yeah.
That is probably one of the most unpredictable characters at the table.
Yeah, I'm not even going to take a stab at that one.
As Yaereene approaches Tempus, I would like to cast Sanctuary on her.
No problem. Yes, no problem.
And as soon as she sees Tempest talking to a head on a sword, Yaereene will run up to him and actually reach out, touch him on the arm, and say, Tempest, what's going on?
Don't you dare look away from me, Tempus. Don't you look at her.
Yaereene will physically interpose herself between the sword and Tempus at that point.
You're nothing without me. You're nothing without vengeance. You can't put me down. I won't let you. Oh, to answer your question, Rhodes, it's Tempus talking as the sword. Like he's just sort of staring at it and like sort of shaking it like a hand puppet, but it's clearly him speaking, just with an affected voice.
Your perception was so bad last time that I wasn't going to give you that information straight up.
I mean, that's totally fair.
Yaereene will point out all of the things that Tempus has to live for. He has the party, he is on a quest to help save and stop the undead, and he has her.
Well, Tempus is not going to respond.
Ryan, be prepared for Yaereene to do something stupid shortly.
Excellent.
I was just going to say, Ysmyr is ready to blow the ghoul head off the top of the sword if she has to. Just something.
I think we're pretty much all ready for something stupid based on past experience.
I'm looking forward to some PvP.
You're gonna get it!
Oh dear.
Oh no.
And just as an FYI for the rest of you, Tempus is clearly a lot stronger than Yaereene, so this is going to be interesting.
There was a reason I wanted to cast Sanctuary on you.
It breaks if I try and wrestle a sword out of his hands, right?
That could be considered an attack.
So that would cancel out Sanctuary.
I mean, just try to, like, gently take it until he hits first, I guess? Like, I'm trying for you here, Yaereene. Come on.
Fair enough.
I think we should be ready for a big game of keep away. I think that would be great.
Big challenge is he's faster than all of us.
And it's not a new day yet, right? So I wouldn't really have been able to prepare that spell that was not on my spell list, correct?
That's correct.
That's why I'm thinking keep away all night.
I could just imagine, like, you two playing keep away while Rhodes is, like, desperately praying for his new set of spells.
When'd you get those
Could
again?
happen.
Romy, I need a cartoon-esque photo of this, of, like, Tempus chasing Yaereene and Ysmyr around while Rhodes is on his knees desperately praying for new spells.
Pulling out my iPad.
So just so I don't forget, Rhodes in the morning, I would like you to roll a batch of D100s for every spell slot that you have.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh boy, am I nervous now. I mean, do I roll those now to get it over with?
If you'd like.
Oh, well, that didn't go the way I thought it would.
You're lucky you got all of your spell slots.
When I do pray for my new spell slots and everything, would I, like, notice any difficulty or change in praying?
Nope, because you got them all. Tempus is still responding to you as normal today.
Got it.
Ryan, are you ready for us?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay, and Tempus, you said he is completely ignoring Yaereene, even though she's tried to interpose herself between him and the sword he's holding?
At present, yeah, he doesn't appear to have any sort of awareness of what's going on around him. He's just snarling out various invective.
Yareene's going to grab hold of the head on the sword and throw it as far as she can.
Roll for initiative.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to bring you guys to a map. You can feel free to reposition yourselves if you think you'd be in a different layout here. Let me throw you in combat.
I'm not rolling initiative well.
All right, Yaereene, you have thrown Eurus's skull away, and Tempus appears furious.
How far did I throw it?
How far do you want to throw it?
As far as I can.
Okay,
More importantly, does that count as an attack?
Straight north.
past Rhodes.
Yuppers!
Excellent. Okay, so it's probably like 30 feet away.
Okay. So that's my action. Actually, instead of throwing it, can I just run with it?
I guess. Yeah. I'll delete Urus then.
Sorry about that. He'll be on me, and I am going to both take it as my action, use my 30 feet, and dash as my bonus action.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Uh-huh.
Is Sanctuary engaged?
Yeah, you do need to make a wisdom check, I believe. I haven't attempted to harm you in any way.
Coming up.
He fails his wisdom save.
I believe that means he needs to find another target.
He can choose to have another target. It can't be me.
That's very fair. I'm going to turn 90 degrees to the left and throw the greatsword at Rhodes.
Got it.
Oh no!
Oh no! Yeah, that hits. That definitely hits.
Okay, but the good news is I'm not raging, so you can take 2 damage off of that.
You're also not holding the great sword anymore, thank goodness.
Correct.
Rhodes, you take 23 damage as
Cool.
Tempus just heaves the greatsword at you. And, ouch!
And I am 60 feet
Sorry,
away.
that was 22 damage.
23.
Got it.
Your map is not big enough for me to be 60 feet away at the moment.
I know.
I'm
I'll
happy
shift
to
all
make
of you
these
guys down.
be 10 feet squares if you'd want, Ryan.
Is it big enough now?
I think so, thanks.
All right, Tempus, your turn.
Bonus action rage. Take a step up to Rhodes, pull the sword out of his chest cavity, and then hit him with it twice, saying, "I will carry out a great vengeance upon them and punish them in my wrath."
Oh, sorry, guys.
Only one of those hits.
Sanctuary isn't concentration, is it?
And I believe. Oh wait, she wasn't hit though.
Nope.
So Sanctuary's still on her, and it lasts for a minute. It's not concentration.
Okay, cool. The 23 hits you, right?
The 23 hits me.
The 15 misses, though?
The 15 misses.
All right. Well, the rage is in effect now, so you're taking 14 damage.
Cool. I would like to strike Tempus with my mace, and then as a bonus action, do the Shieldmaster shove as I took that feat for level 8.
Nice.
Oh my god. So does a 13 hit?
Roll at disadvantage. 13 is my armor class, but I'm wearing the cloak.
Shoot. Fair. I'll just roll again. No!
You miss. Thanks for the cloak.
You're welcome, bro. I suppose I would have had to successfully hit to be able to do the Shieldmaster shove, correct?
No, that's a separate thing. It's as long as you take an attack.
Alright, then I'm gonna shove him. You can use a bonus action to try and shove a creature within 5 feet of you with your shield.
So are you knocking him prone or pushing him away?
I would like to attempt to knock him prone.
Okay, it's an opposed athletics, I think. Good luck.
This is not gonna go well for me. I just imagine Rhodes like puts his whole weight behind the shield and then just like thumps against Tempus's chest because he's in full rage.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's it.
Ysmyr, you've been watching everything that's going on here.
This is not going well. She's going to run up and cast Banishment on Tempus.
Oh my god.
Is that a charisma save, a wisdom save?
Charisma save. I was just about to share it.
I'm spending my inspiration to roll that at advantage.
Okay.
And as she touches Tempus and banishes him to a harmless demi-plane, she looks at Rhodes and is like, "You got a minute. Run."
Oh my god. Rhodes is going to book it after Yaereene.
And Ysmyr is going to follow.
Do you still want us in combat order for the moment, Ryan?
Nope, combat is over. Tempus is gone for a while.
For a minute, I think.
Yaereene wants to destroy the skull. She doesn't know exactly what's going on, but feels like that might help. So she's going to ask you guys for help in destroying the skull. Ooh, that's pretty.
That's so good. So I guess Ysmyr quite literally put Tempus in timeout.
Yeah.
You are not wrong.
So plans for when he's back, guys. Will you guys help me kill the skull?
What would
Definitely.
kill it?
I don't know. I say we both demolish it and destroy it with fire.
We could use sacred fire.
Sometime I think we need both real fire and magical fire and to pulverize it.
Agreed.
I think we can do all of that.
Okay? And have no idea if this will work, but he was talking to the bloody thing, so I want it dead.
Agreed.
I am both faster than him and can make myself essentially untrackable. So if we can get the sword from him,
I have to stay away till morning until I can get my spell slot and get that remove curse.
have we successfully killed the skull?
Yeah, you guys obliterate the skull. There was nothing magical about it. It was just a skull.
I had no idea, so killing it seemed good.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know it is completely destroyed.
Sweet. I'm satisfied.
I'm gonna cast a Cure Wounds on myself while we wait.
That's a good call.
Okay, we need to get the sword, which means we need to knock him out.
How's the best way to do that? Because Ryan, I don't think I can accidentally shoot arrows that will knock him out rather than kill him.
No, you can't pull damage with arrows.
Didn't think I could. It seems like the sort of thing that once they go in, they hurt.
Yep, the only way to make it non-lethal damage is in melee.
Okay, so quick plans. We've got, a few more seconds.
Well, either we try and fight him and knock him down, or we keep him on a wild goose chase. That's what I got.
We still have to get the sword out of his hands.
Or we get stabbed again and just not give it back.
Yeah, that's an option.
Do you need more healing?
I mean, okay, we still get a rest after this, so I can use slots for healing, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna do... Or that works.
I did healing for you.
Okay, I can get in there and help fight him down. If that's what we have to do. Can we, Yaereene, can you hide us so we at least get the drop on him again?
Yep. Did you get the second healing for me, Rhodes?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm back to almost full.
Okay, and Ryan, we've currently got Pass Without Trace on us.
Okay. And about this point, Tempus pops back into existence.
I'm assuming we're a little farther away.
We've got to be within 30 feet of each other.
As Tempus pops back into existence, he yells, "And as I carry out my vengeance, they will know that I am the Lord." And where did everybody go? And he's just sort of looking around.
If he stays still, I'll let him wait out there still till morning.
I agree. So we keep an eye on it?
Yuppers.
We maybe shouldn't have approached him until morning when we had Remove Curse ready.
Ysmyr points at Yaereene for that.
She shrugs.
Well, after a minute of wheeling about and looking around and snuffling at the air, I'm pretty sure Tempus is just going to pass out. His rage will be expended. He'll go through all of his charges of rage to try and keep it going for as long as he can, but he's just going to eventually run out of steam and pass out in the snow.
As soon as he does, I will use my movement to run and pluck the sword out of his hand.
And we'll be there for backup.
The minute you try to pluck the sword, he is going to snap his head out of the snow and is going to be glaring at you. Do you want to make an opposed athletics check to try and pull it out of my grasp before I have a chance to react?
I'm going to throw another sanctuary on her.
Yeah, so I have a question. If you were passed out, this would wake you up?
You touch the sword. He's awake.
Okay.
Consider another sanctuary on yourself.
And does it have to be athletics or can it be acrobatics?
Ryan?
Athletics.
I was guessing, but it was worth a shot. There, I can't actually beat that.
Maybe I should help.
Well, he'll hold on to the sword and snap up furiously, and then all of a sudden his face will mellow, and he'll say, "Oh, hello, Yaereene. What are you doing in my tent?"
Hi, Tempus. I'm visiting. I thought I would try practicing swords play for a little while. Can I borrow this for a swing or two?
Nope, it's mine. Sorry. Why don't you ask Katiara for his sword? He never uses it.
That's a good call. She will glance back at Rhodes, and then she will lean forward and give Tempus a very serious kiss, hoping that she is distracting him enough momentarily.
Oh, good lord.
And it's the first time she's done that, so...
Would that be a sleight of hand with advantage?
Tempest, would she have advantage?
She'd probably have advantage, but I mean, I'm still going to roll athletics to try and oppose the pulling of the sword. He's distracted, but he hasn't let go of it, and nor is he gonna.
Okay.
Do you want Ysmyr to help you pull it?
Assuming Yaereene can keep this up, Rhodes is gonna look at Ysmyr and be like, "We should wait until morning. We're just gonna get ourselves hurt. We should wait until morning."
Okay, that's fine. Let them do their thing, I guess.
So Rhodes is just gonna pat Yaereene on the shoulder and be like, "You just have a good night. We will talk to you
in the morning, and like his tone is very deliberate.
Yaereene looks totally panicked and flustered.
And Tempus is going to grin a great big grin and say, "Why, Yaereene, what happened to waiting for marriage?"
We should probably go back now. And she's shooting daggers at Rhodes.
Ysmyr's gonna walk up and hook her arm in Rhodes and be like, "We should go. Good night, you two. Don't stay up too late."
I'm coming too. Let's go back, Tempus. We went out for a stroll.
Rhodes is kind of offering that like half-hearted shrug of like, like what did you want from me?
Am I misreading the situation? Is Rhodes here to marry us? Is that what's happening? Is he going to cast the ceremony spell?
I don't think so right now. We took a stroll, and let's go back to the tents. And Katiara, he's probably lonely.
Well, that does make sense. Katiara does get lonely.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to make him feel bad.
We couldn't do a ceremony without Katiara here, after all.
You're
She
right.
glares at Rhodes.
I'll have to ask him what kind of music he thinks the event should have.
I don't know if I'm ready for that quite today, but let's go back now.
And I guess we'll head back.
All right, you guys head back to find Katiara asleep in the tiny hut.
And
Oh my God.
on the way back, Ysmyr is going to be muttering, "That was stupid and yet hilarious. That was so stupid. That was stupid."
Rhodes is gonna keep his arm linked with Ysmyr because he's also conspirating with her. Like, holy crap, that could have gone so poorly. That did go very poorly.
"I told you last time something like this happened, he almost killed me.
He almost killed me.
I warned you.
I was impaled.
I was dead."
I think you win.
Oh my God.
I love all the drama that this sword has caused.
And Yaereene is like blushing the whole way back, even though nobody's looking at her at the moment.
I mean, Tempus is looking at you. Great big grins the entire way.
Like, I just see Tempus looking at her so lovesick, and then there's like Rhodes and Ysmyr following behind them, arm in arm, arguing with each other.
I mean, at one point, Tempus might lean in and say, "You know, Yaereene, we should probably wait, if only because we don't want to drive Ysmyr to jealousy so that she makes a bad, quick decision in the moment."
Yeah, you're probably right. What's going on with Ysmyr?
Well, you know, with her boyfriend and everything that she's courting, I'd hate for her to make a foolish choice.
Yaereene slowly looks around the forest and just nods.
And yeah, we'll head back to camp and rest for the night with no more dramatics. I'm so sorry.
And nothing to apologize for.
No, this has been hilarious.
All right. The rest of the night passes uneventfully. Rhodes, you already made your roll for spell slots, so you've got them all for the morning, and you guys are good to go.
Good to go, you say.
Yeah.
I probably would have cast another healing spell on myself before we went to sleep, so I'm full health. And I'm just not going to offer anything to explain the blood on my clothes to Tempus at all.
I'm going to take this as a in the morning, like the others all conspire. I need to conspire a little bit.
Sure. Tempus is busy packing up his things, and you guys are discussing battle plans. Go.
Why didn't you guys help last night? I tried to do the perfect distraction.
Yaereene, the spell wasn't ready. We would have just gotten ourselves hurt.
What spell?
The remove curse spell that I can do because I'm a cleric?
Oh, nobody told me about that.
Rhodes is going to facepalm.
So all we need to do, how long does the spell take, Rhodes? Because all we need to do is get the sword away from him for that long.
Let me double check that. It is instantaneous. All it takes is one touch.
Okay, so we get the sword away. Maybe I banish him again.
But you have to understand, all it does is remove the attunement.
I don't think that's
it.
true.
Oh, isn't it? I have remove curse right here, don't I?
But this sword is special, and it has a description where if the curse is removed, it becomes a +1 weapon.
Oh, okay. Okay, then nix what I said.
So we somehow get the sword out of his hand. We keep it away. Maybe I try banishing him again. He can go sit in timeout. And within that time frame, you get whatever. Try and see if it's a. We don't even know if it's a curse, but if it is, it would be nice to know.
In that case, if he does still impale me, then I will clearly be touching the object and can remove the curse.
Can you cast it as a reaction?
I don't think I can do it as a reactionary thing. I could, out of character, I could do it as a hold action, technically. Like, if I get stabbed, I cast remove curse.
I think that might be the way to go.
Yeah, that sounds like a good one.
So that is plan B.
If we
I think
cannot
that's plan A.
Get it away from Tempus in the first place.
Does Rhodes need to get it away from Tempus or just touch it?
Rhodes, want to just try and grab it?
Yeah, I could probably ask to see it again, try the whole angle of learning how to do swordplay again.
Or get stabbed by it and touch it. You're touching it then.
I mean, that is an alternate plan. I would prefer not to get stabbed again.
I'll heal you, I promise.
That is so thoughtful, Yaereene. Thank you so much.
Totally welcome.
All right, and I guess we'll just be there as backup. I'll be ready to send him in timeout again.
I mean, the guy is also a hugger. We can do this without fighting him.
I'm just saying, you gotta touch the weapon.
I'm aware. I am just thinking of alternatives. I would like to not be stabbed again.
Hug him. Go for it.
Yeah, go have a bro moment. Go for it.
Because it just needs to be the hilt, right? Not the blade?
I don't know. You're the one with the magic.
I completely appreciate that we are gambling this entirely on my shoulders. Thank you so much, team.
We got your back.
Is there something you'd like me to do?
I mean, are you out of distractions? Maybe that could work.
She will turn right red again.
I'm just saying it was a great idea, maybe poorly timed the first time.
You want... Oh, okay.
Although, come to think of it, then it might be weird if you are having that moment and I sneak up on that moment and reach for his weapon. That's also very weird.
You think? Or going in for a hug right then, also awkward.
Or getting impaled, also awkward.
I gotta admit, I'm dying tonight.
So we're avoiding Rhodes getting impaled by Tempus's weapon and him reaching to grab it whilst he is busy with Yaereene.
That is all sorts of innuendo. Oh,
No reach arounds, please.
It's only inappropriate if it's a reach around.
Well, sounds like distraction is on your guys' shoulders. I'll just be your backup. Good luck.
I guess that puts Ysmyr on timeout duty.
Yep. She will be straight up fight distraction.
Okay, I think that's our game plan. Yaereene distracts him. I reach for his weapon. If all hell breaks loose, he stabs me. We cast it then.
Okay. This is a great plan.
I hear the laughter in your voice, Ryan.
It's just after all of that, this sounds like a great plan.
That's hilarious.
Good luck.
Oh, thanks.
Oh my god. Poor, I imagine, KTR is sleeping in through all of this, and, all chaos is gonna break loose in the morning, and he's just gonna wake up and be like, what?
Probably.
Ryan, just as an FYI, if it comes to it, he is technically one of my favorite enemies.
Excellent.
I mean, I'm just saying, if we have the supplies, I do have Revivify.
I don't think we do. Do you have a diamond?
I mean, I don't think I do. Then we toss him in the cart and we go on the hunt for a diamond.
Couldn't we heal him while he's doing his death saves and not necessarily need Revivify?
I'm just saying.
You want to make sure. You better kill him good.
We can't just kill him a little. We have to kill him good.
Go all the way or don't even bother.
This seems a little, brutal.
So you guys have your plan hatched? Let's see how it gets executed.
She's gonna turn to Rhodes and go, you sure?
Or do you want Or do you want me to go and ask?
Okay.
Should I go with you?
I mean, you got to be close, right?
I mean, arguably, yes.
Okay, let's try that first. So I guess Ysmyr and Rhodes are going to approach Tempus?
Yes.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning. How are you feeling today?
I'm chipper and happy. It's a great day to go out and save the world.
Nope, I agree with that. Tempus, I had a small favor to ask of you.
Sure, anything.
Okay, Rhodes had expressed an interest in learning sword play, and I saw he had kind of swung your blade around earlier, and I just wanted to, could he? I was wondering if he could hold yours and mine and just compare the difference between a great sword and a long sword?
Well, absolutely not.
Why not?
He already handled my sword. If that wasn't enough, then he has no business trying to handle it again. Besides, this is the best sword. It is the only one I can use. No one is going to take it from me. And then he just gives you a goofy grin.
Nobody's going to take it from you, Tempus. But would you let me see it briefly? Because I haven't tried it. And I think I might be strong enough.
Absolutely. And he holds out the sword and just holds it in his hand. You can see it?
And she will try and put her hand on the hilt at the same time, but not in any way that is trying to take it from him.
And he'll allow you to close your hands around the hilt, but he's not letting go.
Yep, that's okay. She's trying to get a feel for how heavy it is, and he can tell that's what she's trying to do at the moment. And is he letting her carry some of the weight of it or no?
Absolutely not.
But I can't see how heavy it is, Tempus.
I think you've seen enough, and he's going to try and tug it away from you. Do you resist?
Nope.
Then he will sheath it and turn back to the camp. Putting stuff away, I mean.
Wow. So needy. Such a grump over that sword. Tempus.
Well, I mean, it may not be a Longstrider loot, but it's mine.
Don't you remind me about my loot. My poor lost loot. I'm still bummed about that being gone, and I'll never get it back.
So you can imagine my reticence to let other people handle my sword. Well, come on, you lollygaggers. Let's break camp and get on the move.
Tempus, what Yaereene just did is all I wanted for Rhodes. Can't you just do that?
Nope. Rhodes already handled my sword. No second chances.
Really?
Well, I mean, except for you, of course.
What about like a spar? Just so I can watch you use it.
You wanna spar with me?
Absolutely. I want to see the best great sword in action.
Well,
You're just taking off.
okay. And Tempus will draw the blade and take a ready stance.
Rhodes is going to cast a glance towards Ysmyr and Yaereene, but he's going to also draw his mace and shield and take a breath and be like, all right, let's try this.
2 reckless attacks. He said he was ready.
Can both of those hit?
Wow.
Yep.
By any chance, do I get impaled?
I doubt it. It's more of a slashing weapon typically,
Okay,
so he's like battering you with it.
Shoot, I should have declared this before he attacked, I guess. Is it possible if at any point when he goes to strike me... Okay, no, wait, never mind. Yeah, I'll accept that. I'll take that hit. That's fine.
Yep.
However, I am going to hold action for the next time he comes at me. And when he strikes for me, I would like to drop my weapons, try to grab some part of the sword, and cast Remove Curse.
Okay.
Oh my.
So you're holding your action. So Tempus, it's your turn again.
So you see, what I did there is called a cut. It's typical with slashing weapons.
Ryan, I have a question about the wording of the spell Remove Curse.
Okay.
It says at your touch, not at the touch of your hand. Would getting impaled count as touching?
I think at your touch implies that you are touching with your hand, like not that something is driving into your body and you focus the spell through that way. I think it's saying that you have to make you'd have to make like a touch attack of something resisted.
Fair enough. Just thought I'd double check.
Okay, so Rhodes, Tempus has just explained how swords work after demonstrating.
So, sorry, I forgot to hit the thing. So Rhodes is going to be like, okay, I got it. Try just like one hit this time, and let's see how it goes. And then I'm going to hold action so that as soon as he strikes, I'm going to drop my weapons, try to grab the blade, and cast Remove Curse.
Okay.
And that is my turn because he might kill me.
All right, Tempest, what are you doing?
So, Rhodes, run this by me. You just basically took 2 smackaroons from me and then just, you've sort of adopted a ready stance, but you're not actually coming at me with weapons?
Yes, that is correct. And I'm asking you to come again so I can try and block it with just one hit, hopefully.
Rhodes, are you sure? You look pretty bloody.
Well, you know me, Tempus. I'll just get knocked down and get back up again.
But I don't see how you're learning anything from this, though.
You learn how to defend yourself. He's got to learn how to get the shield up fast enough.
Humor me, Tempest. I'm ready this time. And like he's strained as he's talking, like he's a little hurt.
Well, if you say so. 2 reckless attacks.
Oh, that makes one. Damn it!
Reckless? My God!
Always reckless all the time. Always reckless all the time.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, Rhodes.
Only one hits.
So Tempest swings and misses as you like try to reach around to grab the sword as he's swinging it. But the second one impacts you. You can make... God, how am I going to do this? Is it going to be like a grapple check to try to grapple the sword that Tempest is using?
I mean, all I would have to do is touch it with my hands, right?
I think give me a spell attack.
I'm not actually sure where to roll for that.
Go to your spells, and there should be like a category under there that gives you your spell attack bonus.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank God.
Excellent job.
Well,
the one roll that counts.
You have to roll at disadvantage because he's got his cloak.
Oh, God damn it.
Do you have inspiration? DM inspiration?
I do not.
Dang.
Sweet!
Oh, thank God. This is so intense.
So, Rhodes, he comes around and slices his sword at you, and you just put your hands out and grab the sword blade as he's swinging it at you, taking an additional 11 points of damage as the sword cuts into your hands. And at that very moment, you cast Remove Curse, and it evicts the curse from the sword.
Correct.
And I think Tempus just flat out passes out unconscious onto the ground.
Okay. We're done.
Yaerene's going to come heal Rhodes.
And Ysmyr's going to run up and grab the sword away from both of them.
Rhodes is just going to drop to his knees and just like sit there stunned. Like, yes, I just did that. Yes, that was stupid.
And you've got 11 points of healing from Yaereene.
Why, thank you.
I'm just walking back to the party and I'm just like totally gobsmacked. I'm just like, what the hell happened?
Fix Rhodes first and we'll talk about it later.
And another 16.
Oh, many thanks.
Just for the record, y'all are the best.
And she'll sit down right on the ground between the two of them.
Ysmyr is going to touch her dagger and reach out to her patron and just ask, is the spirit still in the sword?
No, it's gone.
Thank you. Thank gods.
So if the spirit is gone, it's no longer a Greatsword of Vengeance, it's just a regular Greatsword +1?
That's correct.
And Ysmyr has taken that. Shall I remove it from my inventory? Is it going on the group spreadsheet?
She's just holding on to it for now. Keep it on yours for now.
Okie dokie.
But you start talking funny and we're going to look at you side-eyed.
I mean, it's Tempus. He always talks funny.
You have a point.
Very valid.
Gods.
I think Rhodes is just gonna like slowly edge out to just lay on the snow for a while and be like, I don't ever want to touch that sword again, and I don't want it to touch me again.
Does Tempus come to yet?
Yeah, I think he'll be down for a little while.
Okay. Let's drag Tempest back to the mats before they're rolled up. And Rhodes, do you want a hand walking over to one?
That's for Tempus.
I'm
Oh, why
good.
thank
I'm
you.
just gonna lay here in the snow for a bit while I just think about what I just did.
That was
Well-
very stupid.
It worked.
Good job.
I was gonna say you got it done. Thank you.
That has to be the most remarkable piece of stupid bravery I've ever seen. Congrats, Rhodes.
If it is one thing I have learned from this big lug, it is that he will never turn down a challenge.
You're not wrong.
Valid. Very, very valid.
He's still unconscious. Rhodes, can you do something? Do we know he's okay yet?
I guess I could do a medicine check on him.
I mean, he was carrying that sword for a couple weeks now.
Is he breathing?
Has
I think
Rhodes
it's-
killed him?
And then
You can't find a pulse.
Ysmyr just walks over and gives him a nudge with her toe. Does he groan or anything?
Yeah, he'll groan. Is Yaereene still standing over him?
Sitting down on the ground right beside him.
Okay, well then he's going to look up at Yaereene and say, Yaereene, when did you get 2 foreheads? I want to kiss both of them, and just sort of weakly reach up towards you.
She's quite shocked, but she'll let him. How are you feeling?
Like a great psychic weight has been lifted from me. I feel more in tune with the natural world, like there's no longer any voices talking to me about crazy things. I feel like a great weight has been lifted from me. Is that a dragon behind you?
I was just about to ask what that was.
And she'll turn.
Yeah, you guys notice this dragon alight near the group, and it smiles and says,
Queen Ysmyr, your will is done.
And everybody in the group turns to Ysmyr.
I'm not turning to Ysmyr. I'm keeping my eyes on that damn dragon.
Rhodes is also watching the dragon.
Is this our buddy that went to the city on our behalf and created so much chaos that had Ysmyr so worried?
one and the same.
Tempus is going to mutter to Ysmyr, if you don't stand your ground and let him walk all over you, he'll never respect you. Quick, you need to set the tone in your relationship early and often. Pretend like you didn't even miss him.
What?
I cough and I move up and exactly what happened in the defense of the city.
The city was being overrun by orcs and the undead. I trailed the group you told me of, and they were there. I rained down destruction and ended the suffering of the undead dragon in their midst.
I heard about your exploits. We were sent a message. The city still stands, so I thank you for your aid. I understand you hit a few of our own people, but I am going to assume that was not intentional.
It is hard to tell tiny people apart when breathing down death from on high.
I see. Well then, I will assume that business is with that. Now our business is complete, and hopefully your den is no longer harried by undead unnecessarily, at least for a while.
So it would seem. Is there anything else you would need of me?
I'm curious. We were told you were crying out for Queen Ysmyr. So You recognize her as a queen? Is she your queen, or is she our queen? I'm curious.
Use your face palms.
I have been told she is queen of the elves, not my queen by any stretch of the imagination.
I just bow at that response.
I believe then that our business together is done for the time being. And it would be, we should be able to part ways amicably.
So you say, but the offspring of Salarzadam has noted that you travel very slowly over a vast distance. Where is it you go, Queen?
Okay, I look puzzled and then say, Are you offering us a ride?
A ride? I would offer you safe passage. Speedy safe passage. I am no mount, and my price would reflect that.
Can we cool it on the assumptions, Katiara? Right? And she glances at the dragon I'd rather not piss him off.
I'm sorry. I'm just wondering. I'm not making assumptions. I'm just questioning.
I, for one, would question the cost of safe passage if that's what's being offered.
I agree. What is the cost?
I've been watching you, and I see much wealth amongst your party. There is one thing that I would like above all else that is in your possession, little elf.
And he looks at Katiara.
And what is that one thing?
For a dragon to hold a weapon in its hoard that could harm it grievously is a mark of outstanding power and honor. If I were to have that wand which spews balls of flame, I would take you safely to your destination.
KTR just looks at Ysmyr, shrugs, and offers her the wand. It's her decision, not mine.
It's your wand, Katiara. It's your decision.
Oh, mighty dragon, if I give you this, what exactly will you do for us? Word for word exactly.
I will fly you wherever it is you are going.
Do you know where the old elven fortress of Kaelin is?
No, I've never seen such a place. But there may be elven cities where you can speak with the elves who would know of its whereabouts.
Dragon, if I give you this, can Rhodes direct you to the place? Because Rhodes, you do know where that city is, do you not?
I don't think I know where the actual city that he's referring to is. I know where the Tazalora that I grew up in is.
All right, I'm looking around at the party and it's okay, from what I understand, if I offer the wand and give it to this mighty dragon as suitable boon for his wishes, he'll take us to a place. What is the place that this will take us to?
I told you I will fly you wherever it is you seek. If it's this Thezalora that the human speaks of, then so be it.
Would you be amenable to a counteroffer?
I'm listening.
And Tempus says, I'll give you this awesome, powerful magic sword, holding up the +1 greatsword, and he'll just sort of beckon for the dragon to lean in so he can whisper in his ear.
He doesn't lean in. He has perfectly good hearing.
Then I'm going to message you what Tempus is going to whisper.
Oh, come on.
How much is he to murder him later?
Tempest is a man full of many secrets.
He pulls his head back with a look of confusion, before saying,
I already have a young that I care for. I need no more mates. It is the wand or nothing.
I just look confusedly at Tempus after that remark.
Rhodes,
So does Yaereene.
Rhodes face palms.
Ysmyr is looking very confused as well.
Rhodes like gently pats Ysmyr's arm and he's like, "Don't worry about it. It's just don't worry about it."
Oh no, he didn't. Katira, the wand is yours. It would get us to Thessalora. Us and our horses and wagons, or just us?
I cannot carry the horses and wagon. It would be just the 5 of you.
Well, this has been something that made me punch way above my weight. It made things easier. However, and I look at the dragon, I hold up the wand in both hands, and I say, I offer this to you, but only on the condition it shall never be used against us. You may defend yourself with it as you will, but never may you attack us. Is that sufficient?
Plus the transport.
he is just about to agree to it when Yaereene pipes in, plus the transport, and he glares daggers at you, Yaereene.
Oh, she tries to, hide in her spot exactly as she is.
There is no need to give daggers. We're given this willingly.
Believe it or not, Elfling, I have far more powerful abilities in my arsenal than your wand.
I've no doubt you are a mighty dragon. However, I'd hate to see this used against us.
I'm sure you would. Give me the wand, and we shall go safely.
How many horses did we have?
Five
Five
horses and a cart and the cart. So if we make this deal, we're gonna have to make sure the horses can roam and stuff, and make sure we have everything we want off the cart.
I was going to say that means potentially leaving pieces of our inventory behind.
Is it possible to work the cart into the deal?
He said he couldn't carry the cart.
But if he came back for it?
Mighty dragon, beyond what we carry on us, can we also laden you with what is on the cart, but not the cart itself?
You will take what you can carry, and I can carry that. I will carry no more.
Fair enough. Thank you.
I guess if we take this deal, our next best bet would be to request someone to retrieve the rest of our things once we reach civilization.
Well, we're now a week and a half from the city?
I think whatever we leave is probably lost.
Yeah. I mean, we can bury it and try and mark it, but at the same time, I mean, it's pretty a wild-ass guess if we'll ever come back or anybody else can find it.
I think we need to decide if we're taking the deal, and then we'll just go through what we have and make a decision on what stays and goes.
I'm in favor of not taking the deal. I think we have too many things to carry that would be too great a risk to give up. Things like the armor of the Chosen of Dowreth, things like the various potions and large amounts of currency that we have. Plus, giving up that wand just sucks.
I guess the bigger question is the time that we save worth the value of the things in the cart?
That's what I worry about.
Well, what I'm getting from this deal and from what was said previously is we're looking at around a month's of travel to get to where Rhodes wanted us to go. And even then, that's not exactly where we're wanting to go. And everybody's...
And Nordgard is already in trouble.
Yeah. And we're already concerned because the city is facing all the undead hordes. So I realize what giving up the wand will do more than any of you guys. I realize what I'm giving up, right?
But it's not just the wand, KTR. It's everything in the cart that we can't carry.
Let's Would somebody ask the dragon if we could have a few moments to see if we can figure out what we can carry?
Can we have some time to sort ourselves out and make a final decision?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yaereene can carry significantly more than she is right now,
As can Tempus.
And Ysmyr now that she has the gloves.
so it's possible we may not have to give up as much as off of the cart as we think.
We also need to update this spreadsheet of ours. We haven't been keeping it particularly clean now that I'm looking through it.
I was trying.
No, there's
You've
no
been
blame.
fabulous.
There's
No,
no blame
no,
attached to that.
No, you've done very, very well. However, we are slack bastards and not doing what we need to do.
Okay, well, I'm going to, let's see, we have about 1893 gold, 1800 silver. That's 3,693 coins.
Honestly, anything except gold can be lost, in my opinion.
Okay, bedrolls and blankets. How are these important?
We decide if we believe that Katier is going to be able to continue casting his tiny hat. If we think he will, we probably don't need them. If we think there's a risk, we will freeze to death without them.
Do we want to take the various books that we have, like the religious texts, elven literary reading, stuff like that?
I don't think we need the literary reading. That was just, I think, general stuff.
Okay, then honestly, we don't have that much left other than what we're carrying. The biggest, heaviest thing, I think, well, there's the Daystar and the Doomstar, and then there's the...
Well, Ysmyr's carrying those.
Great, and then there's the plate armor of Dowreth.
That we definitely need to take with us.
Didn't it get stolen back by the Bone Claw?
And we stole it back again.
Okay, I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah, after we killed the Necrolord, he was wearing them. And Tempus is just going to approach Ysmyr and say, "Look, Ysmyr, I know that maybe it's your own business, but there's no good reason to try and start off any relationship by kowtowing. You need to take a strong stand and set the tone going forward."
What relationship?
You know, with the dragon.
What relationship?
You know, with the dragon.
There is no relationship with the dragon.
Well, I mean, not yet.
I don't want one.
Is the dragon still around?
Uh-huh.
Then why have you been flirting with him this entire time?
I just look puzzledly around.
Rhodes is gonna come up beside Tempus and like kind of wrap an arm around his shoulders and be like, "Buddy, they're not each other's types."
Well, I know that, but Ysmyr's having her spring fling or something.
No.
Tempus, I think you're projecting.
I don't want to date the dragon, that's gross.
Tempus, the dragon is still here. I hope you know that the dragon is still here.
Yeah, and he really, really wants that wand, so he's going to mind his manners.
I just kind of look a little aghast, and I'm like, all right, he wants me wand. We want a ride. We're worried about what we can keep. Is that the deal? Right, new?
Honestly, I don't think we're really going to lose much. He has taken a lot of our stuff already, and we, yeah, I think we're good, man. Like, really the only extra thing that I think we need to track is that plate armor, now that I'm looking at it, and if we're going to take any rations for ourselves.
I think that's true as well.
Dragon. The Rashman, is it not?
Rashamanas.
Brashamanas. I apologize. In your mighty beneficence, might we also request a ride back to the city if we call upon you? Back to Nordgard. So we're looking for a two-way trip to...
Can you guys all give me an insight check? Ysmyr, you can give me with advantage. Didn't help. Okay. Rhodes, at the word ride, when KTR says, "Can we get a ride back?" you see that the dragon's mouth clenches shut tightly, and you can see the muscles on its wings rippling with pent-up aggression.
I'm gonna immediately clap a hand over K-Tiara's mouth to make him stop talking, and just hurriedly be like, "He means safe passage. You'll have to excuse him. He doesn't mind what he says sometimes. We're very sorry. He means safe passage."
He looks at you, Rhodes, and says,
A deal could be struck for appropriate payment, depending on how long this takes.
And what more would you ask for safe passage to our location as well as back to Nordgard?
That remains to be seen. We can discuss it when we get to your destination.
Is this something perhaps that once we arrive at our destination, if we have need of your help, your voluntary, very gracious help, that we might be able to find a way to reach you, perhaps by ascending? That way we can discuss a agreement at that time.
Yes, that would be sufficient.
Perfect. Wonderful. Let's just worry about our, and he looks at KTR as he's saying this, our safe passage to our first location only for now.
What she said.
Ysmyr mouths to Rhodes. Thank you.
Sorry, what they said.
And then Rhodes will uncover KTR's mouth and just kind of like maintain eye contact, like safe passage. Remember that.
At this point, Tempus has gathered up a bunch of heavy things out of the cart between the greatsword and plate of Dowreth's chosen, as well as the man-mincer great axe that KTR owns, and has said, "So we doing this?"
And Ysmyr will carry some stuff as well. She could carry the Dowreth Chosen's greatsword and stuff if we want.
I've got that one.
Oh, you got both of those? Okay.
Whatever you need to dump on me, dump on me.
I think we can carry pretty much everything we need.
Can we figure that out later, Ryan? Because I do think we have capacity for it.
yeah, no problem.
Okay, and I think as well with that, Ysmyr will take time to make sure the horses are there's no saddles, everything's taken off so they can just wander where they will. If they're good horses, maybe they'll start heading home.
I'm hoping they do, because otherwise I think they're going to be a snack for him on the way back from dropping us off.
Yeah, but she'll feel better with them able to just go where they are unhindered by gear.
Yeah. I sigh heavily. I look around the party. I quietly mouth thank you to Rhodes, and then I offer up my wand to the dragon while taking a knee.
The dragon accepts the wand and tucks it under one of its scales.
Well, we have a deal, shall we?
Aye.
And she'll look to Rashamanaz for a confirmation.
He nods.